Hi, I'm Evie Richards and this is my Trek Supercaliber for the 2022 season. We'll start with the saddle. This is the new Verse Pro from Bontrager. I've been having quite a lot of back problems this year, so we had a bike fit and we've changed the saddle just to help support my hips a bit more to reduce the rotation. So this is the new feature on the top of the bike. Moving on lower down, of course I got my dropper seat post. I've been probably racing my dropper seat post for 4 years from SRAM. This is obviously a key feature of my bike and I always race it at every World Cup. Going down the bike, I have my power meter, and I said before, this is so my coaches can check I'm training. You spin it round, it's freely moving. But this is like a super lightweight one, and I have this on my training bike and my race bike. I am the World Champion for 2022, so I have a beautiful bike that Trek have painted me up in the amazing World Champs colours. I also have a cheeky quote on the rear, and it says, "At the end of the day, your feet should be dirty, your hair messy, and your eyes sparkling," which is one of the quotes my mum sent me from a race. And then the other bit is, it says "look up" on it, which is like, it was actually from a song. I was having a nap before the short track in Val d'Isole, and like I woke up as the song from Vance Joy said like "look up." So I think that's like a super important thing for me now, is to make sure I look up and take everything in. I'm very lucky this year that SRAM's helped me out with like all the rainbow bits. So we have a rainbow cassette, rainbow chain, I have rainbow batteries. So they've really gone to town on helping me out to make sure it looks as world champ as possible. And also my mechanic has made sure I've got like rainbow bolts everywhere possible, just to give me that extra sparkly finish. So this year, these brakes are SRAM Level ULT, which are obviously the best brakes in the business. Coming back to the front, I have my name on my bike because sometimes I could ride off with someone else's, so just to remind me which my bike is in case I forget. I have the twist lock, and that controls my rear and front shock. I love riding the Supercaliber, so this is like a super important feature, and I think like having a twist lock just frees up the front of your bike so it just looks more minimal and sophisticated, I think. On the front of my bike I have the RockShox Sid fork, nice and bouncy. I have a 52 cassette on the rear, and on the front I have a 32 chainring. I think the 52 on the back just gives me that ability just to spin up the climbs when they're super steep, like here in Nova Mesto. And a chain just helps that move around freely, doesn't it? You kind of need a chain to pedal. So I have a nice rainbow chain. The front of my bike, I have my grips. These are important to hold on to the handlebars, but these are from EIS. And yeah, I've raced these for years and they're just like super foamy and really comfortable. And I think that's like a super important thing when you're holding onto your bars so much. And my setup at the front is quite important. I feel like that's something like really personal and takes a few years to get sorted. But I have my shifter here on the right, and my dropper on the left, and then obviously my twist lock on the left as well. So gears all on the right, and we changed the speed of that to make it like be dialed to exactly how I like it. In the rear this week, I think I have a green token, and that's the same I raced in Brazil, and I'm getting better at learning the sensations on course and how to change the token in the front and the rear. And then in the front, I just have one spacer for this weekend. And again, we changed the rebound accordingly to the course, but that's something I'm slowly learning about. So the creme de la creme of the bike is the egg beater pedals from crankbrothers. For me, they're just the best pedals. I have those on my road bike, my cross bike, and my mountain bike, just to keep it the same across all disciplines. And yeah, they're super lightweight. I find it easy to clip in, and I just use the gold cleats on my shoes to go with these beautiful gold pedals too. That's a look into my bike for 2022. I hope you enjoyed, and please check out the race this weekend because we're in Nova Mesto and it's going to be a cool race.